Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mogi Beth, and for those of y'all who are new here, I own a six-figure reselling business, which means that I sell women's clothing and shoes online on places like Poshmark, eBay, Tradesy, and Mercari, and it's such a fun industry to be in. I love doing it. Today's video, we are doing a thrift with me, which means I'm gonna bring you along with me while I went sourcing on Sunday for inventory to sell online. I stopped at kind of moving sale, I went to a bunch of Goodwills, and I also went to a buy-sell trade store here in Portland. Some of those stops were more successful than others, and I've got a haul for you after we go thrifting, so stay tuned for that later on in the video. But for now, let's jump back in time to Sunday when I was thrifting. Okay. Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I'm filming this on a Sunday. I'm out thrifting finally. I think it's around noon. My friend Michelle, who has a YouTube channel that I'll link down in the description, gave me a tip that an Instagram influencer was having a sale, a moving sale. So I'm swinging by this first to go see if they have any clothes that might be worth buying, and then I'm going to go head on to a Goodwill. But I am so excited to be thrifting today. It has been way too smoky in Portland to even go outside your house, let alone thrift, this past week, and today is such a beautiful day. You can see the sky and you can breathe air, and it just is like, wow, I'll never take that for granted again. But okay, I don't think I'm gonna bring y'all into this house because it's super crowded, and I don't want to film in there. But I'll let you know if it's any good, and then we'll head on over to Goodwill. Okay, bye. Okay, I got two athletic pieces that are really good, so I'm excited about that. I'll show y'all later in the haul, but now I'm actually gonna head out to a Goodwill. It's pretty far from here, so taking a little road trip, gonna listen to my currently favorite podcast, Higher Learning, which if you are interested in checking that out, I'll link it down below. But okay, see you at Goodwill. Okay, we're at the first Goodwill, and I'm grabbing a little wipety doodah to make sure my cart is nice and sanitized. So I actually headed over to new racks first, but you have to go through those so quickly that I didn't film it. But then I headed over to coats and jackets, and I've probably said this a dozen times, but this is my favorite section this time of year. I love coats and jackets during the fall and winter. They have such a great average sales price. They're just such a practical purchase that people tend to make it fairly quickly. People tend to buy out of necessity when it comes to coats and jackets. And another section that is, good if you have it in you is the men's coats and jackets section that tends to perform really well on reseller marketplaces as well. So now I'm heading over to denim, and mainly what I'm looking for in the denim section are on-trend premium denim brands. So I like to think of Mother Denim, Frame Denim, a Goldie. There are smaller brands like Trave and Silver Lake, and I actually found Trave for the first time a couple weeks ago and showed y'all on my Instagram. But brands like Joe's Jeans and Hudson and True Religion, brands that were really big kind of in the 2000s era, I'm much more particular with. Page is another one if you just saw that there. So while these do fall into the premium denim category, since they've been around a bit longer, a lot of the styles are just out of trend, don't resell for a lot of money. So just something to keep in mind. Two other brands that I love picking up at the thrift store, I really do enjoy selling, and it sells well, Madewell jeans, and then Good American jeans have been selling phenomenally for me recently. So other than that, outside those, I tend to make some exceptions, and you'll see that later in the haul. I did make one exception for another brand, but it kind of has to convince me based off the style. Okay, so now I actually headed over to pants, and this is a category at the thrift store that frankly I wish I checked out all the time, but during the summer it's hard to convince myself to go through pants. But you can find really good deals, really good brands in the pants section, and I think it's especially important, during the fall and winter. Recently, I've come across Spanx in the pants section, especially Spanx Leggings, and those sell so quickly, y'all. So if you do come across those and they're in good condition and they're a new style, I would recommend at the very least checking comps. So here I'm coming across St. John. They had it marked up so high, which I didn't realize when I put it in my cart. But St. John, for those of y'all who are new, St. John and St. John's Bay, two completely different brands. And when I was new, someone had to clarify that for me because I had never heard of St. John. But St. John is a super expensive designer label, and St. John's Bay is, of course, not. I don't even know where St. John's Bay comes from, but it's a much cheaper brand. And so when you find St. John and it's marked reasonably, I would suggest picking it up and either sending it into ThredUP if you don't want to sell it yourself, or trying your hand at selling it yourself because it's a reseller favorite brand. Okay, heading over to shoes now, and of course my focus is on boots, sneakers, and loafers. However, the one pair of shoes I ended up getting from this section of the thrift store was sandals, but they were a really good pair of sandals, which you'll see later on in the thrift haul, so I think it was definitely a good buy. But last time I was at this thrift store, I actually found a really cute pair of splendid booties that sold within a week. So make sure you're incorporating as many cute on-trend boots and booties into your Poshmark closet or reseller marketplaces as possible, because that's what's selling right now and will continue to sell well into Q4. All right. Whew, I don't even know what time it is. Probably spent too long in there. I didn't get like too many things. I know I'm super hungry, so I want to go get lunch. On my last thrift with me, I asked y'all if y'all liked when I hold the camera or when I have it on the tripod, and most of y'all said you like it when I hold it, which is good because I spent like 15 minutes this morning looking for my tripod, could not find it. So that's the view we're getting today, but I think in the future I want to kind of like do both and switch them up. Today is Sunday, like I mentioned earlier, and so today is the day that the tags switch, the 50% off tag switches. I know it's different in every single state. Goodwills are just operate differently. But that's why I think it is a little bit more crowded today. Why I typically don't really like thrifting on weekends, but it's just such a nice day today. Having such a fun time. So I'm gonna go get lunch and then we'll be on to our next stop. Okay. Y'all, I made the mistake of getting fast food. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Oh my gosh. I'm going into Crossroads now. Hopefully we can find some good stuff. And I'll show you a little bit of what I am looking through. And then I might head on to one other Goodwill after that and call it a day. All right, fingers crossed. Here we go. So with buy, sell, trade, I'm really only looking for two things. One, items that are marked half off. Two, items that are marked too low for the value of the item. Typically, at least in my area, and I think this is probably true in other areas as well, buy, sell, trade stores only really price from $15 up to at most $40. They don't tend to go too much over $40, $50. However, some pieces that they list or price at around $20, $30, I can resell for over $100. And so that's what I'm really looking for, because that allows for a really healthy profit margin. And in jeans in particular, a good example of that might be Redone Denim. Redone can sell for well over $100. And so if they have a pair of Redone Denim marked at, say, $35, which would be pretty typical, I think, for a Crossroads in my area, then it would definitely be worth picking up and paying full price for. But otherwise, I really tend to stick to the half off tags, which they tend to do somewhat frequently, but not today. They didn't have a lot of half off price tags in my experience on Sunday. Okay, so I was in Crossroads and I didn't find anything, which is unfortunate because I was really kind of hoping to find something, but I'm gonna go to another Goodwill. And I think I only spent like 20-30 minutes in there because I was like, okay, I'm not finding anything. Everything is overpriced. So I am going to go to Goodwill. All right, I'll meet y'all there. My second and last Goodwill of the day. Right now I'm going through sweaters, or actually what my Goodwill calls knits, and I found, this is the first thing I found that I put in my cart. It is a Kimmy and Kin sweater, and the fact that it says Anthropology on the tag indicates to me that it's a newer piece. I actually ended up putting that one back after checking comps. Here's an HD in Paris. That's also another Anthropology brand, but because of the style, I decided to pass, and also HD in Paris doesn't do as well as it used to. This is a newer tag Zara piece, but after looking it over, I decided it's not really the style I'm looking for. It's kind of a sheer mesh sweater, so I decided to pass on that as well. But of course, you want to go through sweaters this time of year because they are selling fairly quickly, and people are getting ready for those colder months. One big reselling philosophy is that anything will sell within any season, and I think that actually is true to some extent. So by all means, if you come across a great summer dress in the middle of winter, a great swimsuit, pick it up. I'm definitely not proposing that you pass on things, and in fact, here is me coming across a really good summer dress that I decided to pick up that I'll explain more about in the haul later. But I think if you have a limited amount of time, and who doesn't, there are certain categories that you should focus on and during the seasons that you are within, and you should always be looking about 2 to 3 months ahead of time as well. So in December, I will start focusing primarily on spring, and that's just how I believe it works for me. I mean, most retail works that way, right, for a reason, because even though there are consumers shopping for anything all year long, majority of consumers are shopping for the season that they're in or for the season that they're planning to be in soon. So that is kind of my philosophy on shopping seasonally. Now that I've found a bunch of stuff in the store, it's time for me to check comps. Never ever skip this step. So important. Well, it's 6 o'clock. My feet, oh my gosh, it's so bright. My feet are killing me, and so I'm gonna go home. Home at last. I had fun today. The last Goodwill, I was like determined to find stuff, and I went through everything. I went through, skirts. I went through pants, tops, and I found some good stuff. I'm excited to show y'all. So, God, I feel like I need a bath or something. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Anyways, I will see y'all at the haul. Okay, bye. Okay, so now I'm going to start the haul. It's not a very big haul, only about 15 items or so, but I'm really excited about the stuff that I got. I'm excited to show y'all. So I'm not gonna go in any particular order, but we're just gonna start with dresses. The first item I wanna show y'all is this maxi length velvet dress by Lulu, size small, and it is new with tag. It's got this surplus bodice on top and neckline, and then it's got a big slit in the front. It's a really pretty dress. I think it's perfect for the holiday season coming up. Okay, the second dress I think I showed y'all me coming across in the last Goodwill that I stopped into. I'm super excited about this dress. This is a brand that sells on Revolve, Shopbop, you know, the retailers that I like to kind of find brands from and that I study. And this is Capulet, and sorry, I could not get the mark out of the tag. So Capulet is a good bolo brand to know. One thing to note is that I didn't realize it's got this stain here, but since this is linen cotton, I should be able to get that stain out. So I'm gonna treat it, and how I treat it is I mix Dawn dish soap, baking soda, and then hydrogen peroxide together, and then make a little paste, and then I'll rub this on here, get it out, and then wash the strap there. And I think I may even be able to machine wash this, worst comes to worst, but I shouldn't have to. But this is a really cute smocked mini dress with this ruffle trim. Comps look really good on this dress. It's kind of selling, you know, above 50 bucks, which is always ideal for me. And it's in this really pretty white color, and it's a size extra small. So I was super excited to find this dress. It's a pretty recent style. Next is my other Lulu's piece in this haul. It is a Lulu size extra small. This dress is actually still for sale on the Lulu's website, but it is this sequin mini dress. I'll even show you a little close-up of the sequins. And it's got an open back with this really strappy, kind of stretchy strap. Really cute, really good cocktail New Year's Eve dress, going out dress. Cute. I like Lulu's. It doesn't have a super high average sales price, but it tends to sell really consistently and fairly quickly for me, especially the dresses that kind of are more statement pieces or just have some kind of unique detail to them. Laurel maxi dresses tend to do well for me by Lulu's. Okay, this is the only piece in the haul that I got from that sale, that moving sale that I went to from that influencer here in town. I actually bought 2 pieces, but one of them ended up being a dud, so I'm either going to keep it, or the reason it's a dud is because, okay, there are these Beyond Yoga leggings. I have had really good success with Beyond Yoga recently, so if you come across that brand in the thrift store, definitely pick it up, especially if it's a recent piece. But they were a recent pair of Beyond Yoga leggings. I thought they had side cutouts all along the side that were intentional, but come to find out, that influencer had cut those herself, and she didn't do a good enough job where I feel good about reselling them. So I'm gonna try them on, see if I like them, and then if I don't want to keep them, I might take them to a buy sell trade store or something, or just donate them, which was unfortunate. But this piece I was really excited to find. It is a Outdoor Voices play suit, or I thought it was a romper, but they call it a play suit. It's a size medium. Outdoor Voices doesn't actually carry this style anymore, even though I personally love working out in things like this. I think it's super comfortable and easy to move around in. So I think I should be able to get a good price for this. It's in this space dye print. It's like tan, beige, and cream and white. Really pretty, and it has a built-in bra. I love that Outdoor Voices puts, you know, Outdoor Voices on that elastic on their bra. Can you guys see that? Just a really cute touch. But yeah, I'm excited to sell this and see how it does. Outdoor Voices does well for me, and athletic wear is of course selling really quickly still. Okay, this is a reseller favorite brand, Peruvian Connection, and it's really the perfect time of year to be picking up pieces like this. Peruvian Connection is a really expensive, I think primarily catalog brand. They specialize primarily in sweaters and knit pieces that use alpaca and like natural fibers, and I think almost all of their pieces are made in Peru, and this is true for this one too. It's kind of this cool ombre type pattern. It's a tunic sweater, and it's a recent style, which I can tell from the tag, and I also checked comps while I was in the store. So really well made, beautiful piece by Peruvian Connection, and it is a size extra small. Okay, the next piece I have actually sold before. I sold this like 2 years ago. So I thought, hey, why don't we try it again? And it's new at tag, even though I know, you know, from experience that it's an older piece. So this is Buckley Taylor's, but this was sold at Madewell. So Madewell used to carry like other kind of lines within their overarching Madewell line that were in-house lines. So you used to have brands like Wallace, brands like Buckley Taylor, and a few others I don't think they do that anymore. They do have rivet and thread, and then they might have a couple others, but I don't, Buckley Taylor's, I'm fairly certain, does not really run at Madewell anymore. But this is a super cute polka dot blazer, and since I've listed it before, I know the style name, I have the stock photos ready to go. I just have to copy those things, so it'll be really easy to list. Really cute though, and it sold for me really well 2 years ago. It'll be interesting to see how it does now, but now it's new at tag, so that will help hopefully. But when it sold for me about 2 years ago, it sold for $50, which to me at the time was amazing, like one of the best sales I had had, because I was selling really primarily around the $20 range. So it's just funny, when I found that, I was like, oh my gosh, money. And then when I went back to check my listing, I was like, oh wait, it only sold for 50 bucks. I mean, it's still good, but I just for some reason just associate that piece with being like one of my biggest sales ever. And now it's just funny that how things have changed. All right, and the next piece is a brand that I love selling right now, Aloe Yoga. I don't find Aloe Yoga that often in the thrift store, so this was an exciting find. It is missing the little drawstring in the hoodie, but this is a really cute jacket. It's got these mesh panels along the shoulder, and then this like outer fabric is see-through, and then it's got a nice lining inside. Just a really nice lightweight jacket to wear when you're working out. So I'm excited to see how this piece does. Aloe Yoga has been selling really quickly for me, so hoping that's the same with that one. Okay, my next piece is from Zara. I'm particular with the Zara pieces that I do pick up, but this is the newer tag, and this is a men's jacket, and men's Zara, especially outerwear, just sells really quickly for me, so I'm excited to see how this one does and see if that's the same. It's a size medium, and this is called, it's called something like faux suede, but it's got this really soft outer material in this navy color that is really easy to steam, and I do believe it's waterproof. And then it's got a snap collar. Just a really cute, very chic men's jacket. Excited for that. Of course, this time of year I'm all about finding coats, jackets, and sweaters. Okay, so this next find is actually a brand that's on my 50 Bolo brand list that is 100% free, so I think most of y'all have gotten it, but if you haven't already, it's a no-brainer, especially if you're into fashion or if you're a reseller at all. It's such a, I think, really helpful resource. But this is a brand, ALC, that I've talked about before on this channel, and y'all, I almost never go through the skirt section, but I was just flipping through the skirt section at that last Goodwill, and lo and behold, came across this brand, and it was half off, so not very many people know about this brand apparently, so I was super excited to find this. It's a really pretty knit crochet with this cutout A-line kind of midi skirt, and this is a size small. I think this is a really nice piece for fall, so I'm excited to get that listed. Okay, another piece I found at that last Goodwill. This is Eileen Fisher. I try to be more selective with the Eileen Fisher that I pick up, but this was new with tags, so I decided to give it a go because when I checked comps, this was a pretty recent piece that had sold, and I think it's a really good workwear piece. It's a size 14 petite, which I find to be a good size in Eileen Fisher, and these are just kind of wool dress pants. So I think they're perfect for, you know, professional women who have to go into work. People in real estate, people in banking, you know, there are a lot of people who are still going into the office, so I think that's a great piece for fall. Okay, the next piece I've actually found really recently, so it will be really easy for me to list. They're actually the same size as the other one I found, but this one has a flaw, so I'll have to create a separate listing for it. But this is Everlane, which is also on my Bolo list in case you guys want to download that. Oh, how you download that is you go to mogibeth.com. It's so simple. You'll get a little pop-up notification. You enter in your email, then we'll send you the link to download that Bolo list. Super easy. But this is a pair of kind of sweatpant joggers with a zipper detail on the ankle, which are really cool. Like, they're kind of that casual professional look. You can wear this with like a button-down shirt and just look really especially if you live somewhere like San Francisco. I feel like that's kind of the dress code. It's like really business casual. Size extra small, really fun, stretchy, comfortable. Lace jogger pant. Cute. Cute for winter. The next brand, if you guys haven't watched my Anthropology video, I'll link that up on the screen. It kind of goes over the different factors I'm considering when I choose what Anthropology to pick up in the thrift store. This is a pair of Pilcrow, which I'm super selective with. This brand just doesn't really perform as well as it used to. But because it says for Anthropology on there, that's one way I know that it is a newer piece. And this is a newer style. It's the high-rise denim legging, and it's in a size 24 petite. So that's one of the reasons why I actually wanted to pick it up, because I think some people would kind of shy away from a size like 24 petite, but I think there are a lot of people who wear that size and they don't have a lot of options because, you know, people like us don't pick up those sizes. So I like those kind of more specialized sizes, especially the petite sizes, because Poshmark does have a section to mark things as petite. But yeah, these are really cute, high-rise, kind of everyday wear legging, really stretchy, comfortable, pull-on style. So yeah, I want to try those out. I got them for a good price, so we'll see how they do. And then the last clothing piece of this haul is a pair of Madewell velvet wide leg cropped pants. This is from winter 2018, so a fairly recent season. Really cute, another pull-on pair of pants with an elastic waistband, high-rise, super easy to wear, super comfortable. I mean, honestly, I'm really considering keeping these because I love velvet, but yeah, these are super, super cute. And then my last piece in the haul, ta-da, Birkenstocks. I almost never find Birkenstocks that are priced well enough for me to pick up, because in Goodwill they mark them up to high heaven. But for some reason, these are in really, really good condition. Like, they have a little bit of, you know, wear on the inner sole and on the outer sole, but really not too much, especially since you can still see all the writing in there really clear as day. I think that's a good indicator of how worn in they are. And the suede upper, the soft leather upper, which they call a suede upper, is really very much still intact. It was weird because Goodwill had marked these like the price and then as is, and I kept looking like, what do they mean by as is? What do they mean? And I can't figure out what they mean. So maybe they just mean like the slightly worn look, which if you wear Birkenstocks for like 2 days, they'll get those already marks. I know, because I'm an avid Birkenstock wearer. I'm wearing them right now. They're like the most comfortable shoes, and honestly, if these were my size, I would keep them, but they're a size 38. So, but yeah, these should do really well. I'm excited to get them listed. But that is it for the haul. Thank you guys so much for watching along. I hope you got some tidbits along the way that are helpful for your reselling journey. Again, if you haven't gotten that 50 bolo list, I'm gonna keep on telling y'all because I put a lot of time into it and I think it's super helpful. So if you haven't accessed that already, definitely head over to mogibeth.com and get your hands on it. Thank y'all so much. I love you. I hope you have a fabulous week. I'll see y'all in the next one. Okay, bye. In case y'all are binge watching my videos, I get messages from some of y'all that you do. Check out these other videos I've linked over here. Make sure you do subscribe because I know most people watching haven't subscribed yet. And then also give this video a thumbs up. Okay.